Hello, on tonight's High Performance, we'll be concentrating on music, and in particular, jazz. Now, when we think of jazz singers, we tend to think of the great female vocalists like Ella Fitzgerald or Sarah Vaughan. Of course, there's Tony Bennett and the incomparable Nat King Cole, but there are still very few male jazz singers under 40. Ian Shaw is Britain's foremost male jazz singer. He comes from Flint in North Wales and studied trumpet and piano before turning to singing. Now a familiar and acclaimed artist on the European jazz scene, his transatlantic debut with his album In a New York Minute means he's standing on the brink of becoming one of America's favourites too. We went to London to see Ian in action and to find out where it all started.
I look at you and suddenly something in your eyes I see soon begins bewitching me. It's that old devil moon that you stole from the sky. It's that old devil moon deep in your eye.
He has a consummate command of harmony. And he's just has an intrinsic musicianship that's unrivaled, I think, certainly in the British jazz scene, in terms of vocalists. He's an accomplished pianist. He can work. The great thing about managing him is that I can put him in any kind of musical situation and he'll execute it, you know, consummately well. I can put him in front of a gospel choir, I can put him in front of a big band, I can have him one-on-one with another vocalist, anything, and he just relishes the opportunity. And few people have that versatility.
I don't know where the uniqueness of Wales being particularly musical comes from. You can go to very obvious things like, you know, the echoey chambers of the showers, for example, in the colliery, and indeed, of course, the workers did sing. What a great thing to sing! It's like having instant reverb.
If I was blind, would you still be hide everything you see? You're pretending to care about me when all the time you're just wishing that I'd fade away. You can't bring yourself to care.
Standing next to a privet hedge, it's very clear in my mind, at my grandparents' down near the railway in Flint, and I remember singing Righteous Brothers songs. That was my first musical memory, and apparently I used to sing before I walked. Cilla Black and Righteous Brothers. And I think I was attracted to the whoa, 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 whoa.
We went to a parents' evening in school when he was 4. He was just 4 because his birthday, he started school when he was 4. And she said he was doing very well, but she said the trouble is he sings all the time.
My earliest influences were people like Sandy Shaw, Cilla Black, Dusty Springfield, and they just were on television every week, and I listened to how they sang.
Only one who could ever reach me was the son of a preacher man. The only one who could ever teach me was the son of a preacher man. Yes, he was. He was. Oh, yes, he was.
My dad was very brave, and anything was possible for my dad when he was in his 30s and 40s because Thatcher came along, Shot and Steelworks disappeared, and my dad set up an upholstery business, a house clearance business. He was a removal man. I remember once he brought home Aretha Franklin and Otis Redding vinyl, which of course I would never get access to because these albums were even then, some of them were 10 years old, so I couldn't get them down Flint Market. I was a terrible singer at school. I was too loud. I played for Flint Town Silver Prize Brass Band, and we used to compete all over the country. So that was a real good ear training for me. And I played through the ranks. So that got me used to all that sort of range thing as well.
I think all these influences have come together to make him the kind of singer he is. And I mean, it's interesting that the American commentators have often, when you read the American press on him now that he's getting successful over there, they remark on how difficult it is to trace his lineage directly to one particular inspiration.
And I remember he used to make me laugh in the class. He used to relax the children as well as having a discipline, because I remember once you were putting lipstick on and you said, look, I can still listen, but I can't talk when I'm putting my lipstick on. And we used to find that very funny.
Well, I think I've licked it all off now. I also spent a lot of time on rhythm, which is with a ta, ta, te, ta, te, ta, or ta, ah, te, ta. Put a dot in crotchet, you know, this type of thing. Ta, ah, for a minim.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Of course.
Yes.
Of course, and that's still the same language now.
You do that now?
Of course, yeah. It's unresolved, isn't it, this whole thing? It's a G.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. It works really well, doesn't it?
You saw an advert for pub pianist once.
Oh,
Do you
right.
remember that?
Yeah, yes, I do, yes.
And how old? 15 would he be?
Put it this way, he filled every pub. Wherever he played, there'd be a few in the pub, and then the following week it'd be packed.
I became very professional, very, very slick, horribly slick, very soon, I suppose, because I was entertaining a difficult audience, and I still have those audiences now all over the world. So that for me was a real turning point. So I was able to translate my record collection into reality.
So he earned £10 and I spent £8 on beer.
Thank you. My grandfather whistled this next tune so much it was ingrained in every member of the family. He whistled it probably for, well, he probably learned how to whistle at, let's say, 8, just for the sake of argument. So he whistled it for 63 years, and it's all he whistled. The tune goes like this. Dearly beloved, how clearly I see, somewhere in heaven you were fashioned for me. Okay? Dearly beloved, how clearly I see, somewhere in heaven you were fashioned for me. Angel eyes that knew you, yeah, angel voices led me to you. Nothing can save me, fate give me a sign. I know that you'll be mine, shower or shine. So I'll say clearly, dearly beloved, you'll be mine. Dearly beloved, how clearly I see, somewhere in heaven you were fashioned for me. Angel eyes, they knew you. Angel voices led me to you. Nothing can save me, fate give me a sign. I know that you'll be mine, shower or shine. So I'll say clearly, dearly beloved, be mine.
Going to an Ian Shaw concert is not just about listening to jazz. He would be disappointed, I think, if people came to his gigs and went away without having felt some kind of exhilaration at some point.
I know that you'll be mine, shower or shine. So I'll say clearly, love will be mine. You might be
It's a bit like an emotional roller coaster. At one point he'll make you cry, the next minute he'll have you sort of laughing in the aisles, and very often within like the same couple of minutes.
Faces led me to you, nothing could save me, fate give me a sign. I know that you'll be mine, so I say clearly.